We decided that one really effective way to promote the website was to street bomb the city.
We printed out huge, just massive posters.
It was exciting, I'll admit, it was exciting to do the street bombing. A little bit apprehensive also, because I knew it wasn't quite the most legal thing.
So the first one was posted on 8th Avenue and 13th Street.
And that one went up relatively smoothly. It took us a while, but we got the posters up.
And then I spray painted .org under it to suggest something more revolutionary.
So it was really interesting though. We had a lot of success with the first poster that we put up.
And then we moved on to a location across from KGB Bar on 2nd Avenue and 4th Street.
Like purely the target group and the audience that we want to approach would be around that area.
And Tina and I saw a sort of shady Impala drive by, and we were like, wow, that's suspicious.
That would make me think drive-by more than like police officer. Although it is an Impala, so.
And so we just ignored it since the car drove away and kept putting up the posters. I was recording the process. And then after we put it up, we were really excited. And people who were walking by as they were leaving bars were commenting on it. And then we decided to just do something silly because Tassos had a hoodie where you could zip your head inside the hoodie.
And I was in front of the posters, like zipping up the hoodie, being like very guerrilla and like doing a silly dance.
We ended up having an undercover cop kind of stop by, and it was interesting because Tassos was in front of the poster that we just put up and Cassie was filming him, and all of a sudden I see this guy just kind of walk up and stand right behind Cassie, and he's just looking at me and I'm looking at him and smiling, and he just keeps staring at what's going on, looking back at me, kind of waiting to see if I'm gonna say something.
And I noticed a guy, a well-dressed guy behind Cassie, and I'm thinking, is he just curious of what we're doing? Should I be worried?
And I finally turned off the camera, and then a man was standing behind us, a very well-dressed man, and he asked if we had a permit to put up the posters, and we just sort of stared at him and made him repeat that question about 5 times, trying to play dumb.
But afterwards he ended up kind of telling us that he would throw us in jail if we didn't take down the poster.
We happily obliged to take the posters down, and then she suggested as well that we shouldn't go on and post the rest of our posters that she saw that we had printed around town.
But yes, Tina and I decided that we were done. Tassos then decided to go do one last poster hang up.
The counterpart of the one on 8th and 13th became on Avenue B and 13th. And it was very thrilling and exciting and scary to do it on my own. I was literally just spraying the papers with spray glue and running from sidewalk to sidewalk, throwing myself on the wall to stick it up.
That's also the one that stayed up the longest. The one on 8th and 13th, I think, was down within a couple of days and replaced by some really obnoxious graffiti about transvestites.
Whenever I walked on 13th and B and I saw it, like just being there on the wall, I think it was rewarding.
My problem is my cat's drinking my water right now.